you know, maybe it goes 1 year and it fails, but hold it together. This is something I want to do and I feel like I need to do. And if it goes 1 year and it fails, then that's fine. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the homestead. I'm going to take you on a little trip right now because I want to show you something. This is Oak Park. There's actually some pretty ominous clouds over there behind me. It is raining a little. You can kind of see. I don't know how long I'll have to film this, but we'll try to make it quick. Oak Park is here in Greenfield, New Hampshire. This is the town that we live in. It has been a staple of our town for a long time. It's kind of a meeting place where people come. Baseball games are held here, barbecues are held here. There's the annual tractor show that they have here every year. We have a small farmers market here every Sunday. This is a spot where our town can come together, really just kind of have a space to spread out. So why are we here? What's the point of me bringing you guys to Oak Park? When Jackie and I started our farm in 2016, really I started our farm journey in 2016. We didn't start farming until a year or two later, but when we started doing that, I quickly learned that part of my passion behind it was passing that knowledge on to other people. I talked about it in the last video we put out on Tuesday, where in that video I talk about wanting to be a rain gutter for all the drops that are used to fill a pool and in turn, you know, fill streams and go to the ocean. It's kind of hard to explain right in 1 second, but there's a link to the video up in the corner. You can go watch it if you haven't seen it. And I've done a lot of really cool stuff on our farm, which has ranged from hosting poultry processing workshops to creating these YouTube videos that you can watch on the channel where you can learn how to do some of the things we're doing. And that's great. I love what I'm doing and I want to continue doing it for as long as I possibly can. But I always felt that there was some sort of bigger thing missing from it. More of a bigger impact that I could have. And I'm starting to get rained on. I'm gonna go over here to the pavilion. Last fall, I took my first trip down to the Homesteaders of America conference in Front Royal, Virginia, and I saw the impact that bringing together 6,000 homesteaders and small farmers can have on a movement. And something inside me, I don't know what it is, said to me, you should do something like this in New England for the region. And with that, I began taking the steps to look into hosting something here in New England that could be a local resource for folks that couldn't make it to a larger festival like Mother Earth News Fair or Homesteaders of America conference down in Front Royal, Virginia. So I've been working with Brian Wells from the Homestead Journey podcast. Some of you may listen to his podcast. If you don't, definitely recommend checking it out. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for a few years now, and we talk very frequently about all things homesteading related, all things life related. He's a good friend of mine. Whoa. I'm in the middle of a field. There was just a massive lightning bolt. I'm in the middle of a field walking. I'm gonna walk back to the car. So, Oak Park, why are we here? As it turns out, when I went looking for a venue to host an event like this, I found out that this park in my town is available for rent by town residents. And it checked all the boxes that I was really looking for when I wanted to have an event like this. There is a pavilion on site, a covered area where we can have guest speakers with seating and a PA system so people can hear the talk. There are large open spaces where vendors can set up and livestock demos can be held. There's a place for food trucks to set up. There's a playground where kids can play if they feel so inclined. There's a state park right across the street where if people want to come and make a couple days of it, they can camp at the state park as a family. There's RV hookups. There is parking on site. There's lots of just good open space that I feel lends itself to an event such as this. A couple months ago, I began working with the town, and we have set a date. The Homesteaders of New England 2022 Fall Gathering is going to be September 10th and 11th here at Oak Park in Greenfield, New Hampshire. It actually feels really crazy to say that to the camera and put it out there. Let me just tell you folks, this has been every single turn of this whole planning process. I felt like I've been sliding in sideways, and it's still not fully planned out. I'm putting this out there because I wanted to get it out so that people could plan their fall. I know fall time on the homestead or a small farm is a crazy time of year, and anything that happens can just throw a monkey wrench in everything else, and plans can get shifted. And so I'm trying to give everybody ample notice. September 10th and 11th, 2022 here at Oak Park in Greenfield, New Hampshire. We're not quite ready to release the full list of guest speakers yet, but I have speakers booked that are giving seminars ranging on topics from bringing sheep onto a small farm or homestead and how they fit in, to saving seeds from your own garden so that you'll have a steady supply of seeds for you to plant. In today's times, these sort of things are uncertain, and if you can save your own seeds, you're going to do much better off. There'll be a seminar on beekeeping here in the Northeast, because that's going to be different than in other parts of the country. I'm really trying to set this up so that there's valuable info for everybody from Connecticut, New York State, all the way up to the tip of Maine, because those are my people, and that's who I want to make it work for. All right, I think the storm has passed enough where I can safely get back out of the car where I'm in here cowering and kind of show you around and what we got going on. Back behind me over there, you've got the pavilion where I was sitting before while it was raining. Beyond that, and all stretching across here, even up to the other side of the baseball field, is wide open space where we can have vendors, we can have demos. You know, I'm already working with somebody who's going to be doing a sheep shearing demo. We can have electric fence on display so people can actually see what they'd be looking at without just having to kind of buy blindly on the internet. We've got a gazebo where we can have some live music. While the venue is not gigantic, it's not a fairgrounds, this is a perfect place for us to give it the old college try, see how it goes, and only grow from here. And some of you are probably on the other side of the screen saying, yeah, Jack, I don't care about that. You know, what, give me the details. It's going to be $25 to get in for the weekend. We're not going to do one-day passes. Logistically, for me, that's not something I can figure out yet. I figured $25 was a solid place to start. 13 and under, you don't have to pay to get in if you're coming with a parent. Obviously, if you're under the age of 18, you do have to be accompanied by an adult. I'm going to put a link down in the description to a page on our website, mindfulhomestead.com, which talks about the event and kind of gives you an overview. I think pretty much everything that's there I've said in this video. I'm going to try, and I promise nothing. This is what I'm going to be doing tonight. I may have the ticket link available on that website tomorrow when this video releases. I am putting myself out there with this. This is a legacy I want to leave. When people say, what did you do with your life? You know, I'm 37. I'm not old. You know, people joke if I say, oh, I'm getting old, my knees hurt. And they say, you're not old. I'm 37. I'm heading into what is traditionally the second half of your life. And I came late to the homesteading world. And I feel like if I can pass that along to somebody earlier in life and get them on this track, that is the number one thing for me. And this whole, you know, maybe it goes 1 year and it fails, but hold it together. This is something I want to do, and I feel like I need to do. And if it goes 1 year and it fails, then that's fine. But if one person comes out of this event and they have a renewed vigor for farming or homesteading, or it helps them turn the page and start down a path that makes them happy and helps them lead a more sustainable and healthy life, then it's all worth it for me. If it succeeds and it gets bigger and bigger, honestly, I'm terrified because I have so much on my plate already. I don't know how I'm going to handle more and growing it year after year. If you are local to New Hampshire or wherever you're from, if you want to be a vendor, email homesteadersofnewengland@gmail.com. I set up an email account real quick kind of for the Facebook group so that we can kind of amalgamate everything, because I get so much spam in the Mindful Homestead email box. It's hard to find stuff sometimes. Send an email to homesteadersofnewengland@gmail.com and I'll get back to you there. If you want to be a vendor, if you want to have a spot, if you have a food truck, there is going to be a spot for food trucks, which I would love to keep things local and kind of farm to table. Email me there as well. And if you want to volunteer and help in any way, shoot me an email, let me know. I don't really have tasks that I'm doling out yet. I don't have a ton of capital to invest into this, so unfortunately, I can't pay you, even though I feel like everyone's time is worth something, so I will try to make it worthwhile to you somehow. But shoot me an email there if you have an idea, or if you want to help out in some way, or if you have, I don't know, I'm rambling at this point. So yeah, that's the announcement video. At the very least, it's gonna be whoever wants to come partying out in this field behind us and having a good time. Maybe we'll get a band if it just completely falls through. We'll throw them in this gazebo and we'll just have a blast. As always, thank you everyone for watching this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you out there that has subscribed so far. By the time this video comes out, we'll be at 21,000 subscribers. I never could have imagined that this was gonna grow to the point where I'd be hosting a homesteading gathering in my hometown. So, thanks for coming along with us on this ride, and hopefully I'll put together something fun for everyone this September. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.